Have you ever wondered how plants make their own food? It's a fascinating process called photosynthesis, where plants, quite magically, convert sunlight into sustenance. In a world where we're constantly seeking energy, plants have been doing this for billions of years. Photosynthesis is a vital process, not just for plants, but for all life on Earth. It's this process that provides the oxygen we breathe and the food we eat. Imagine sunlight streaming down onto a leaf. Inside that leaf, a miniature factory is humming, transforming the energy of the sun into chemical energy. This chemical energy is stored as glucose, a type of sugar which the plant uses for growth and reproduction. But photosynthesis isn't just about plants making food, it's a cycle. A circle of life, if you will. The oxygen produced as a byproduct of photosynthesis is what fuels most life on Earth. So, fundamentally, photosynthesis is the process that fuels life on our planet. The magic of photosynthesis can be summed up in a simple chemical equation. Now, let's unravel this remarkable equation. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, or CO2, combine with 6 molecules of water, H2O, all powered by light energy to give us 1 molecule of glucose, C6H12O6, and 6 molecules of oxygen, O2. Here's the fascinating part. The glucose produced is a type of sugar that plants use for energy and growth. It's like their very own fuel. But what about the oxygen? This is a byproduct of photosynthesis released into the atmosphere. And guess who benefits from that? Yes, we do. All aerobic life depends on this oxygen to live. So breaking it down, photosynthesis is an incredible process where plants essentially take in carbon dioxide, water and sunlight to create their food and as a bonus produce oxygen. So, in essence, photosynthesis transforms carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen using light as an energy source. Ever wondered where this incredible process takes place within a plant? The answer lies in a tiny organelle within the plant cells known as the chloroplast. Chloroplasts are essentially the powerhouses of photosynthesis. They are teeming with chlorophyll, a pigment that gives plants their green hue and plays a vital role in absorbing sunlight. These chloroplasts are not randomly scattered within the cells. They are strategically located in the cells of the plant's leaves, where they can receive plenty of sunlight. The surface of the leaf, known as the mesophyll, is densely packed with millions of these chloroplasts, eagerly soaking up the sun's rays. Inside the chloroplast are numerous stacks of thylakoids, where the light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis occur. But we'll delve deeper into that in the next segment. So, in essence, the chloroplasts are the unsung heroes of our story, turning light into life with a dash of water and carbon dioxide. Thus, the chloroplasts are the small factories where the magic of photosynthesis happens. Photosynthesis begins with what we call the light-dependent reactions. This first stage of photosynthesis is an energy conversion party, and the guest of honor is light energy. Picture this, tiny solar panels known as thylakoid membranes nestled inside the chloroplasts of plant cells. They're the perfect hosts for this event. As sunlight arrives, the thylakoid membranes eagerly absorb the light energy, kick-starting a process as fascinating as it is essential. This energy then excites electrons within chlorophyll, a green pigment found in these membranes. These excited electrons then go on a journey down what's known as the electron transport chain. Along this journey, they help to pump hydrogen ions across the membrane, creating a kind of natural battery. This stored energy is then used to produce ATP, the energy currency of the cell, and NADPH, a crucial player in the next stage of photosynthesis. Therefore, the light-dependent reactions harness light energy to produce chemical energy. The second stage of photosynthesis is known as the Calvin cycle, or light-independent reactions. This fascinating process takes place in the stroma of the chloroplasts, where carbon dioxide is ingeniously converted into glucose. Here's the magic. The Calvin cycle doesn't directly harness light energy like the light-dependent reactions. Instead, it uses the chemical energy in the form of ATP and NADPH, generated during the previous stage. This energy is then employed to fix carbon dioxide, transforming it into a more usable substance. In a series of complex reactions, each carbon dioxide molecule is progressively transformed, finally emerging as a molecule of glucose. This glucose molecule, a simple sugar, is the primary energy source for many of life's processes. The Calvin cycle is a continuous cycle, tirelessly working to convert carbon dioxide into glucose, supplying the plant with energy and building blocks for growth. In the Calvin cycle, the chemical energy produced earlier is used to convert carbon dioxide into glucose. The rate of photosynthesis in plants is influenced by several factors. Indeed, it's not a one-size-fits-all process. Variables at play include light intensity, temperature, and carbon dioxide levels. Let's start with light intensity. As the intensity of light increases, so does the rate of photosynthesis. However, there's a catch. Beyond a certain point, the rate plateaus as the photosynthetic apparatus becomes saturated, unable to process further light energy. Next, we have temperature. Photosynthesis is a chemical process, and like most chemical reactions, it speeds up as the temperature rises. But just like with light intensity, too much of a good thing can be problematic. Excessively high temperatures can damage the plant and halt photosynthesis. Lastly, carbon dioxide levels. The more carbon dioxide available, the faster photosynthesis can occur, up to a certain limit. Beyond this, the rate of photosynthesis plateaus, similar to the effects of light intensity and temperature. So the rate of photosynthesis can change based on light, temperature, and carbon dioxide levels. We have covered a lot of ground in our exploration of photosynthesis. Let's take a moment to recap the key points we've discussed and understand just how crucial photosynthesis is in the broader context of life on Earth. Photosynthesis, the process by which green plants and some other organisms use sunlight to synthesize foods with the help of chlorophyll pigments. It's not just a chemical reaction, it's the very engine of life, turning light energy into the chemical energy that fuels our world. We delved into the photosynthesis equation, a masterclass in nature's chemistry, transforming 6 molecules of water and 6 molecules of carbon dioxide into 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen, powered by light energy. We examined the chloroplasts, the cellular powerhouses, where this incredible process takes place. We explored the 2 stages of photosynthesis, the light-dependent reactions occurring in the thylakoid membrane and the Calvin cycle taking place in the stroma. We discussed the various factors that can affect photosynthesis, such as light intensity, temperature, and carbon dioxide levels. We also delved into the fascinating ways in which plants have evolved to optimize photosynthesis, adapting to their environment to harness the power of the sun in the most efficient ways possible. We explored the different strategies plants employ to perform photosynthesis, including the variations in carbon fixation in C3, C4, and CAM plants. We highlighted the symbiotic relationship between photosynthesis and oxygen production, a relationship that is essential for aerobic organisms like us. We touched upon the human impact on photosynthesis and how our actions can affect this vital process. We also expanded our horizons to consider photosynthesis in algae and bacteria and how understanding photosynthesis can lead to advancements in agricultural practices, bioenergy, and environmental sustainability. Understanding photosynthesis not only reveals the fascinating world of plant life, but also underscores the interconnectedness of all life on Earth.